So I'm here at Wuling, and we're going to see the Hongguan Mini EV production line today. Now, this is a really interesting little car. As I said earlier, it's the biggest selling EV vehicle in China. And in fact, last month it outsold Tesla. And they recently had the first month where they've sold more than 200,000 vehicles in 1 month. And they're really kind of cool. We don't see a lot of these in Shenzhen. I saw some in Beijing, and because the roads are quite small in Beijing, and but here in Guangxi, we have seen them everywhere, and we're right in the city where they make them. We're in the area which is final production, so we're going to have a look and see what that's like. So as you can see here, they're coming around this. They're on like a merry-go-round, and yeah, it's walking around the production line here, and there's really not much to these electric vehicles. It's not like a petrol vehicle where there's all sorts of things going on. There's really basic compared to a petrol vehicle. Obviously there's no engine and things like that. Now, I'm told I have to walk in between these green lines, so unfortunately we're going to go behind some racks now because they won't let me walk outside of these green lines, which I understand, but it is a little bit crazy because it's not a really dangerous area really. One thing I've noticed, the factory is super clean. It's, so here you can see the guy is fitting some of the interior panels into the car. Oh, sun visor going on there. This guy's fitting some, I'm not quite sure what, oh, he's fitting the bonnet catch there. That's going on there. And this is where the cars come into final assembly. You can see one here without its front on, which is a nice white one. And I presume this here is where they come up from the other part of production. So as you can see here, they're coming down from another part of the factory, and you'll see these come along, and then it'll come. That lift goes up, and then as you can see, that car comes down. Once it's on the final production line, we see and go right along here, right the way around here. They're getting all sort of interior fitted and everything else. Now look, who do we have here, look? Who's this? Who's this here? Hello. You know who that is. So yeah, then they come right around here and right the way up the other side. And I think by the time they get to the end here, they will be completely finished. So I'm here with Mr. Zhou from the Wuling factory. Now I hear this car behind us, it's the most popular EV vehicle in China now. How does that make him feel? Is he very proud?
是的，非常自豪，我能够生产出让顾客满意的车子，非常自豪。
And can I ask approximately how many they make each day, and what's their maximum capacity they're able to make?
目前这个月的最大的产能是每天是，只说这个基地，宝骏基地是1200台左右每天，然后宝骏基地的最大产能是34万左右，然后青岛的话最大产能是24万左右，加起来是58万。
Is it right, earlier this year you sold more in 1 month than Tesla?
我们1月份比他们高一些。
And I believe this is, I mean, I haven't seen any of these in Shenzhen, maybe 1 or 2. I saw quite a lot in Beijing because the roads are very tiny in Beijing. But I've come here and they're everywhere. Which is the most popular city that you sell these to?
上海，对，上海的销量是最大的。
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow, okay. Well, thank you for answering my questions. I really appreciate your time.
Welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
They test the car for hot and cold and wind. There's a massive wind machine here, and they drop the temperature down, and you can see there's condensation on the car. So they're actually testing humidity, heat, cold, many different aspects of the car to make sure it stands up to all its testing. And you've obviously got a massive wind machine here that blows winds at very big densities across the car. That's probably why it's chained down here so it doesn't blow away. So now I've had a look around the factory. I'm actually going to have a go and drive one of these cars. So I'm quite looking forward to that. Apparently they have a top speed of 105 kilometers an hour and they can go up to about 170 kilometers on one charge. And the price is really pretty good. They start at about 28,000 RMB and go up to about 38,000 RMB. So they're really very competitively priced. So they obviously use the cars in the factory area to move things around, as well as like little so like literally everywhere you look there's these little cars sort of driving around. So that one there is taking some stuff you know, from one part of the factory to another by the looks of it. Kind of cool that they got all these like little, as I said, those ones over there are AI. I think they can actually operate driverless if they need to. You can see one of the autonomous ones that are taking things around the factory, and there's no driver at all in that one. So they obviously have these AI cars programmed that sort of just move stuff around the whole factory complex, which is really pretty cool. So we're outside of your production facility, and I've seen many of these small cars going around without drivers. How many of those do you have on the complex?
目前我们整个公司是有78台这样的无人物流车在运行。
And do you not worry about them crashing into things or crashing into people?
这个不会，我们已经经过了一个严密的一个技术的一个测试，然后逐渐就是刚开始的时候可能速度不会调得那么快。
All right, thank you very much. Really appreciate that. Thank you for answering those questions for me. Shall we put it to the test and get a bit too close to it and see what it does? So I'm going to get kind of close to it. Oh, it's stopped, look, see? Because it knows I'm in front of it. That is really cool. And now I guess it will start getting on its merry way. Now look, I've crossed. Yeah, they're really good, they are. So I'm actually sitting in here, and I'm quite tall, and there's plenty of headroom, look. There's no problem, and I am quite tall. I'm taller than a lot of Chinese in Shenzhen. And it reminds me of the days when, after I first passed my test in the UK, I had a Mini. Actually, I had a Mini Clubman 1100. I used to absolutely love that car. And this kind of reminds me of that a little bit. I mean, it's really kind of stylish inside. Obviously, their logo on the steering wheel. Heat controls, all that going on there. Little heater vents up here. Open door, so you can have a look at that. And then, yeah, you got your accelerator and your brake down here. And then in the back, there's two seats. I wouldn't fancy sitting in the back. It's probably a little bit cramped, but you can carry extra passengers. But yeah, it's really pretty good. I'm quite impressed with it, actually. Look left and right, and we're going to take it for another test run. See you later. Okay, here we go. Wow, very smooth. Wow. Hey, it's really cool. It reminds me so much of the Mini I used to have when I was a young lad. Okay, so we got the accelerator down now. It's really pretty smooth, isn't it? For a car that only costs this much money, they're so nice. They really are. That was really impressive for a car that costs such a small amount of money. That is a really nice ride. The suspension was great, the acceleration's pretty good, top speed was fine. Absolutely fantastic if you just want a city car. I'm going to try a different model now, and look, everything okay? Yeah, and we go. And, this is really nice as well. Well, this feels even better than that one. I'll just go around here. Wow, that's way faster than that one. The acceleration on that is like That is impressive. I want one of them. It's kind of funky looking. The acceleration's great, the ride's smooth, and it's got a whacking kick-ass interior. Look at the interior now. It's flipping well good. Absolutely impressive, man. This model here that I've just been driving is between 68,000 and 98,000 RMB, depending on which specification and which model you have. But seriously, for that price, it is a really nice drive. I was very impressed, very impressed. So that brings us to the end of our factory tour here in Liuzhou. And I hope you enjoyed that video about seeing those small cars. I certainly enjoyed myself. That was really good, and I'm very impressed. I can't believe for how little they cost, how good they are. And as I said earlier, they warranty the batteries for 8 years, which is absolutely pretty amazing. Anyway, if you did like this video, give us a thumbs up. If you like the channel in general, hit that subscribe button. For now, as always, take care.